When do we find out what's going on in Green Bay? Because Rodgers' contract will inform a lot. When do we get to see the fine print? Or is it possible that they're still hammering out whatever Rodgers, the fine print to tweet out to say that he's coming back for year 18? What's going on there, do you think?
Yeah, I think the deadline's 3:59 on Wednesday because at the start of the league year, so again, just to reset for everybody, today and tomorrow you can have agreement in principles, and we're seeing a lot of news come out, but it's really Wednesday at 4 o'clock when everything becomes official. So for Green Bay, that's when you want to have the maximum cap space. So presumably he will get a massive signing bonus. Rich, it could be 60, 70, somewhere in there, $1 million prorated over 5 or 6 years to lower his cap number. That'll give them the ability to hopefully get something done with Davante Adams on a longer-term deal. We saw them get Preston Smith signed, and I'm sure they're going to try to re-sign some of these other guys like a Devondre Campbell or Rasul Douglas. So lots of work to do for Green Bay, but I would think we would know by 4 o'clock on Wednesday.
So then what do you think? What's the tea leaves, knowing how you know this works and what Gutekunst might be going through right now? What do you think of is in fact happening with Green Bay and Rodgers' commitment to the team and they to him right now, Mike?
So I think, if you look at the last 4 years of Drew Brees' career in New Orleans, they had the best record in the NFL. And basically what they did is they gave a lot of massive signing bonuses, prorated it out so they could lower the cap numbers. And if I'm Brian Gutekunst, the GM of the Packers, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to get that cap number as low as possible in 2022. I'm going to use that excess space, Rich, and I'm going to go sign Campbell, Douglas, maybe try to re-sign Zadarius Smith, who I had to cut. But I need to know, I'm sure they already know, even if some of the finer details have to be worked out on Rodgers' deal, I'm sure they already know what the cap number is for this year, so they could kind of work around that simultaneously and try to get some of these other deals signed.
And how does it complicate things that their star receiver, who their star quarterback is expecting to be there and be happy to be there, and he wants happy to be there, and no doubt is trying to use whatever juice he has within the building to make sure his star receiver is happy and made happy, is saying that he's unhappy with the franchise tag and will not play on it. How does that complicate things, Mike?
Sure. That ties back, Rich, to the 4 o'clock on Wednesday, which is they're going to try to, I'm sure, get something done. If they can't by 4 o'clock on Wednesday, the next big date will be July 15th, because that's when you can get, up until then, a long-term deal done on the franchise tag. So I'm going to work really, really hard with his agent, get in a room and try to get something done by Wednesday at 4. If I can't, then I'm just going to put it off to the side, understand that he wants a long-term deal, understand we want to give him a long-term deal, and I'm going to do everything I can between free agency, the draft, and then come back to it probably right after the July 4th holiday.
So what could change between now and July? Like, why can't something get done now? Just because there's too much else going on? You know what I'm saying? Like how?
Yeah.
What's the mechanics there?
If I'm the player, I may want to wait because I want to see the market. So I think it's a pretty easy deal to get done, candidly, based on Mike Williams' reported $20 million a year in the charge. He has to be above that. But there may be a receiver or two that goes even higher. So if I'm Davante Adams, I may just say, hey, just remember this. I'm not coming in on a one-year deal, and I could sign it on March, 16th or July 14th, but just make sure you save enough cash and cap for me. And I'm sure he's telling his good friend Aaron Rodgers the same thing. So I actually think in this situation, Rich, time is on Davante Adams' side.
That's his leverage, is what you're saying on that front?
100%. Yeah, I want to see the entire market. I want to see every other deal get done that's out there. And I want to take the best of everything. And, DeAndre Hopkins signed a deal that some will value at $27 million a year. But, there's a lot to be learned by waiting. If I'm Davante Adams, knowing that Aaron Rodgers, more than anybody else, will push to get the best deal done for me.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.